What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin renegades. And tonight we are going to be. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So tonight we're going to be talking about Internet Computer and the weekly close because we just had the close about an hour ago. This is looking like we have hit a bottom, even though Bitcoin is pushing us down further and further and further. Exactly like I said, I didn't think it was going to be just like a straight breakdown to $4. I really thought if we were going to push below this, 586 level, it was going to be a gradual push down. It wasn't going to be like a snap break and then, you know how we have sometimes where you get those big old red candles. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I believe the Bears have something else coming if they think they're just going to push us out, all the way down to $1 or something with Internet Computer. That's going to be a fight. Now, I can see why they relinquish, the $14 level because look, we're sitting here, but it doesn't look like ICP wants to relinquish that level yet, at least in the metrics and the technical. So far we're okay, but there could be that level if Bitcoin pushes all the way down to 20K. We might see like that $4 380 range, and that's what we're trying to avoid. So we are in an all-out bear market. This is a bear market, but how long will it last? That's the question. Are we going to last all the way until the 2024 halving, or are we going to see some kind of like 6 month to a year bear cycle and then have like a set amount of time for a bear market? We're not going to hold our breath for that because we have no reason to believe that our traditional cycles have been broken except for a longer bull market than we normally have. So let's get into the price for today. I just put my first blog out today. It's not ready to be seen yet. I just found out that my moderator couldn't do the blog, so I just did it today myself. I already had an idea of what I would do, so it was actually really easy and took me about an hour to write. The next one, I'm probably going to put a lot more detail and a lot more stuff into it, but I was basically just giving an opening for the Supernova Hackathon. It's almost done. It's done June 20th will be the end of the Supernova Hackathon. I didn't know they divided it into a bunch of different sections, though, so you're going to want to see that blog. It's pretty good. It opened my eyes when I wrote it. So it's a pretty cool thing. We're going to have a lot more stuff about the Internet Computer, Supernova, and all of that. Another 20% Bitcoin crash is expected soon. So accordingly, ICP reacts based on current price. And it does, but it doesn't mean that there is going to be another 20% crash. There is no reason right now that we should believe that Bitcoin is going to go down another 20%. If we look at the price of Bitcoin, I mean, not saying it's not possible. That is absolutely possible that it does go down that much further. But for right now, we don't really have a whole lot of reason to believe that we are going to break that $25,000 level. I really think that this is going to hold as support, for us. Hopefully, that's the hope at least. So let's go out to the daily on Bitcoin first, because I do want to definitely look at Bitcoin. I would like to look at the weekly as well, but as you see, it's doing the kind of the same thing Internet Computer was. It went down to this wick down price of 25, and now it's closing, down towards that, wick down. So until, just like ICP, and if you look with Internet Computer, I'm not showing you my screen yet, am I? Hold on. No, I'm not. Okay, let's add the screen. Okay, so what I want to show you with Bitcoin is you see how we have this wick down here. Sorry, I forgot to change the screen. You see how we're creeping closer towards that. Well, that doesn't mean that as soon as we hit this, it's going to go all the way to 20,000 if we do break below 25. If you look what happened with Internet Computer and looking what happened with it, when we wick down to about 568, we can see better on the weekly as well. Let's move that out to the weekly. So if you can tell, we went all the way down. We got our new one. It's a little bit green today, but it just started. So, but if you can tell, we went all the way down to 603. It says here, but I'd say like 568. That's about what it said it went to. And then we come down here and we go to 564. or yeah, no, low 545. So the low is 545 here. Let's look over here. It's 556 over here. So 545 is the low. Well, what was the low before that? Well, this says 603. So when this broke, it didn't just send us flying to the bottom. We actually have some more resistance, still kind of, or support kind of right here, which is going to play out the same way, I bet, with Bitcoin. Just because we're coming down to this wick level, we might have needed to get a candle down here before this actually could confirm and we have a reversal. There's going to be a reversal point at one time. That we're not just going to keep going down and down and down forever, despite what people made you think in 2013 and 2017. The market will recover. And especially now that it's starting to be mass adopted, it's going to be even more so. So on the daily, we're so undersold on Bitcoin. There's absolutely no reason to think we're going to go down 20 more percent when we're so undersold on everything. Not saying that can't happen, but I don't have any indicators or anything that's telling me we're going down 20 more percent. Let's look on the 3-day. As you see, we've had like about a week of bad. See, we're doing pretty good this 3 days, and now we've been at another week of garbage. I think we're going to have a positive week this week. I think it's going to reverse, and I think it's going to end up. We're probably going to end up a little higher than where we are on the week. I bet Bitcoin closes about 30K on the week at the end of this week. So, whoops, didn't mean to go to open chat. But let's look at internet computer now. Now that we don't have any reason to believe Bitcoin is going that far down, there's no pressure. There's no reason except for being in a bear market, and things can happen in a bear market. So that is what it is. So now I was excited about this green candle, even though I knew it didn't look good. But imagine if this would have been red too. Then we would have been down somewhere probably around $4 already. So we needed this green candle despite it being really, really dirty and not very fruitful, saying we're going down further, and it did. But we needed that. We needed some green volume. We needed a little bit of relief in the market, even if it was only temporary. That temporary relief puts us out in the, factors. So we're definitely going to be having quite the week this week. So I'm looking for some good bullish news out in the news. And the bullish news that I have is all ICP, ecosystem stuff. And so we'll be talking more about that in the coming weeks and days, actually. So I do want to go back to the daily because, but before that, this is what I want to look at. Okay, this is going to be huge. Did we go back underneath of this falling wedge? That is what I wanted to see if that happened. That's what I was worried about, everybody. And it didn't. As you see, we came right on it on the week. This is the thing I was really worried about because that would have sent us way down. Way down. So we needed, if we didn't get this candle right here, this is what I was talking about. This was a crucial candle. Because if not, we would have been at least at $4 right now. At maybe $3. So the ICP, the bulls are pretty smart. They know the crucial areas to come in and hold support, which is what we made this downward trending resistance line into support now. We bounced off it as support once. We're not going back down to that again. I don't care even if it turns red. We're not going down to touch $3. Doesn't matter. Not happening. Not right now. I mean, if Bitcoin does go down to 20K, yeah, we're going to like 380, 350. That's just going to happen. That's just because that's the way the market works. Unfortunately, I don't want it to work that way. I don't think Bitcoin needs to go to 20K right now. There's no indicators telling me, yes, Bitcoin is on its way to 20K except the further pullbacks. Now, we haven't even broke this wick yet on Bitcoin. We'll look at internet computer just to make you not too worried about Bitcoin. This is the wick that we broke. Same thing that's happening to Bitcoin that hasn't happened yet. Okay, see that? And we're below that. We're below the wick. Well, let's go look at Bitcoin. Let's go see the wick. Nowhere even near it. The wick's down at 25. I mean, we're over $1,500 away from that wick, or $1,200 actually. Not even. It's not that much, but we're still above it though. And see, we even went below it here. Not a lot, but we're still below it, and we're still good. So I'm not worried too much of the price going much further down. I don't see much room to the downside here, even with Bitcoin. There's just not, we've been going down for so long and so furiously that there has to be an end. I mean, yeah, let's go down 70%. Bitcoin, go to 20K, 21K. Then we can start going back up. But until, the short guys are happy, I mean, until, 2024, when they can do nothing about it. This is okay, let's just take a little time out here. Bitcoin, ICP, and crypto move in cycles. We can't expect massive pumps in the market when we are traditionally in a bear market right now. So look at it this way. If we're in a bull market, that means the bulls have control of the overall market. When we're in a bear market, the bears have the overall control of the market. So it's easier to push crypto down in a bear market. It's easier to pump crypto in a bull market. So when people are like, well, we don't know if crypto is going to dump a lot more, or, is Max Payne here? And then we have crazy things happen, like people's grandparents are buying the crypto. We have all these indicators that are telling us Max Payne is here. What is another good indicator? The fear and greed index. And that's something we've been looking at a little bit over here on my channel here, because you have to look at stuff like that. That's the overall sentiment of the market. Yeah, it's for Bitcoin, but it will let us know, hey, what is happening? Are people changing their minds? Are they sticking with their fear? And we're in extreme fear. As you see, we even went down further. Oh my gosh, look, we went up and then back down. So we went up to what? I want to see the week. How can I see the weekly one? I want to see the week. I wonder if there's any way. The golden ratio multiplier, the Bitcoin moving average, and the logarithmic growth curves. That's from bottom to top, and it's still in an upward trend. Look at that. We are still in an overall upward trend, at least according to that. Yeah, it's not really telling me, but I think it was at 12 last time we looked at it, and we're all the way down to an 11 right now. You can see that we're in extreme fear for a very, very, very long time. All the way up to 31,000, 34,000 is in extreme fear. 38,000 is fear. 35,572 is extreme fear. Well, we are almost $10,000 below that. This has to be Max Payne very soon. We can't. You don't understand, when the indicators are this far to the other side, there has to be a reverse. I think this is our reversal point. I almost want to call a reversal after we get done dumping. Like, I don't want to call it until we're done dumping, but I think this dump is going to be our reversal point. At least for the next couple of weeks. I'm not saying we're going into a bull market after this, but I think we're at Max Payne. I think every indicator in the world is telling me we are undersold. We are at extreme fear longer than we ever should have ever been at. We are at the point in time in the market where a recovery, every time we get to a place like this, a recovery is in the future. Every time we get to a place like this, a recovery is in the near future. Every time. So we're here again. What does that mean? A recovery is in the near future. That sounded a lot meaner than I wanted it to. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to yell at you guys. I get overexcited a little bit sometimes when it comes to things that I believe in and I'm passionate about. So your guys' beliefs and values, and sometimes I'm wrong and you're right. And sometimes we agree and we're both right. And sometimes we agree and we're both wrong. So this is a market. These are analytics that we can look at. There is no crystal ball or absolute guarantee. Now, I want to guarantee that this can't go to a dollar, but that I can't do that because I don't know the future, and I don't. For everything that the project, no, heck no, it can't go to a dollar. Heck to the no, not a dollar coin. It just isn't. I don't care what anybody says. Even if it goes to a dollar, it's undervalued. Even at $5, it's undervalued. Even at $20, it's undervalued. Even at $40, it's undervalued. Then you start to see the value after about $40. Right now, in the future, I could see it way, way more, I might even be underbidding at $40 as well. That's just for right this second. So I do want to get some indicators out here because we have been in such a long downtrend that we need to get above some of these averages in order to keep moving, anyway to the upside. If not, we're just going to keep getting rejected over and over and over and over. And yeah, rejection over and over and over normally can hurt the confidence. So yeah, we're leaving that because it doesn't go above that. So we're looking at on the weekly 926. That is our big level that we need to overcome, and that's our $10 resistance, straight up. But as we spend longer at these lower time frames, this is going to start to even out a little bit, and it'll give us an easier chance to break it. Actually, right now, right here would have been the best chance to break it because it was on its way down, and then we started to go up, right? And that would have been right around here would have been the best time to break that. But now, see, we're a little bit further away from it, and it might even go down further. So that would be good. And a breakout, it seems to be imminent. With all of these indicators, we should have had a breakout falling wedge on the weekly right there, honestly. But okay, I want to move past this. Sorry, we've been on that for a very long time, and I'm not trying to spend that much time on everything. I do want to go into the smaller time frames and try to get a better look at what is happening in the immediate future because, everything in the longer term is just kind of looks like it hit a bottom. We're at 552. This is just crazy that we are actually on the verge of pushing lower and lower. Hold on, we're at 562. Good. I was like 550. What? Okay, yeah, 563. The lowest that we've hit looks like 545. And in this 4 hour, we've hit 550. So yeah, things are looking like max pain. Definitely looking like max pain, but it depends on Bitcoin, really. Now, I can't say a whole lot. This is what sucks about this episode right now is that we're just at an area where we can't really tell a whole lot about what's going to happen. On the hour, it looks like we are at a reversal point. This downward trending resistance line on the 1 hour is definitely looking like it broke right here. But I'm just going to do this one because that's where our real resistance is at right there. And as you see, it matches up with the EMA 9. It also will match up with the 21 and the 50. And let's see where those are. So the good thing on the hour, we're at 593 for the 21, 603 for the 50, and 583 for the 9. So we're looking decent on the hour. Like we could come back and reverse sometimes. So let's actually go to 30 minutes. Okay, again, the last 30 minutes have been our saving grace. So I just love ICP, but I don't like it. I don't like this market right now. I almost wish I could just take like a couple weeks away, just because. But you guys need me here. You guys need me here. We just need me to, let you know it's going to be all right. These prices, are low, but it's so undervalued at this price. I would only be buying. I would never ever sell ICP at this price. I'm just not stupid, right? So now I want to talk about 10 months from now. So 10 months from now, ICP could still be between, I should have put $5 or even $4, but I didn't want to scare people. So let's just say $6 to $250 in the next 10 months. That's possible. Anywhere between those two price ranges. Now, 10 years, I think I said somewhere over $6,000 because by 10 years, all of the good ICP stuff will have already been out. Actually, that'll probably happen within the next couple years. And then more mainstream people will get adopted. And that's why the price will be up so high. It might even be higher than that, especially if it really integrates with Bitcoin and Ethereum in a real way, and like the market responds to that in a really good way. Then we can definitely see, $10 to $100,000 ICP. Now that seems like dream world right now, but see how undersold it is. Now that would be me going to the over valued part. It's undervalued. Well, that would be me overvaluing it and not by very much. So it looks like these, EMAs are really, really holding us down, and that's how you know we're in a legit bear market. So I do want to look at the daily just to kind of see how we are faring on the days. Yeah, look at that. I mean, we get one green day in the last 2 weeks. It's been a rotten 2 weeks. Except, well, I mean, the last week wasn't too bad at the end of it, right? It looks like we just kind of came out of it at the end. So I don't understand why there's so much volume right here. Obviously, they are shorting the market. That's the only thing that I can think of is they are buying ICP to short it, or they're pushing it down so far and then buying it. Because look at all that volume. That is a lot of volume, 15.124 million ICP. And then we get, 12, yeah. Then we get 12.416 million. So that it doesn't make sense why there's so much volume. And already today, 500,000 in volume. That's telling me right now that people don't understand what they're holding. Or, FTX and Binance are just really shorting the heck out of it still. Move on, find something else. Like, I don't know. It's kind of irritating me. But all right, I think that is going to be the sum of it for right now. I just wish I had more to give you on the technical part of it, honestly. I can give you some hope though. Like, I'm not selling any of my ICP. I have over 235 ICP. If you wanted to round that, about 235 ICP, and I'm not selling. And my goal is to get 1,000, and I am on track to getting that if I play my cards right. If everything works out, the kind of way I think it's going to, and I keep making awesome content, then it will all go according to plan. So let me look at the chat here. Sorry, I don't have my phone today. My normal chat that I look at. That's why I wasn't really talking with you guys much. But I wanted to still do the episode on time, so I just set my phone in charge. In 2023. Will it drop another point? Okay, that is a very good question. I just sometimes have to read the whole question to make sure it's appropriate to put on the screen, and it is. In 2023, how will the crypto market condition be? As of today, it's around $1.5 trillion market. Will it drop another 20 to 40% down? So that is pure speculation. I can't speculate that because it counts on too many different factors. But let's just think about it this way to answer that question with kind of a question. How many cryptos are out there? How many different exchanges are there out there? What crypto projects are going to succeed and what is their value? So do I think, this is just my personal opinion, not financial advice, not anything to go on. In 2023, there is a chance that we drop a little bit lower, but 20 to 40% down, no. That there's no need for that to happen. I don't think that will happen. That is a lot of, you're saying we would end up with 750 billion if we lose about 50%. So you're saying maybe anywhere of a market cap from 800,000 to about 1.2 trillion. That could happen, 1.2 trillion. But 750 mil, like when you start getting up to those higher, percentages, then it just seems like it's squeezing too much. It's like you can only squeeze so much orange out of an orange until there's no more juice. Like, and that is a perfect example of the market right now. Like they are squeezing, that orange trying to make juice when really all that's left is pulp. So yeah, you can make juice out of pulp. Not going to be as good, So it's kind of the thing with the market. Yeah, you can make money shorting the market when it's already shorted, but Why squeeze a squeezed orange? Why not let the market recover and push it back down again? I've noticed the market likes to prolong our pain, and it must work the best. Maybe pumping up and down doesn't work as good as prolonged pain. And I think that's what they're trying to do, honestly. They're trying to outweight us because that's how most rich people are made. They just wait. They're like, okay, my money's there. Forget about that money. I got other money working right now. That's why you never put money in the market. We don't say that just to cover our butts. Go put more money in the market that you can afford to lose. Well, don't look at it that way, that you're going to lose. Say, I put this money for this because I believe this much in this project and I believe it will bring me something back. But don't make it your everything and have nothing else over here because you can just let that sit now. That's your project for, okay, ICP's at $5. Okay, that's for later then. Let's work on something else right now, getting more ICP, getting NFTs. I saw a really good Twitter thing today and it made me like, they're like, I'm not selling any of my NFTs right now. They could be sniped at such a cheap price. And I'm thinking, do I have any NFTs listed right now? I think most of mine are unlisted, but I think I had a couple listed for some higher prices that aren't really high right now. So I need to go and double check. I'm not selling any NFTs right now, even my airdropped ones. I am just going to just scoop them up into a big pile. I'll be like a dragon. You know, they get their big piles of goods and just sit on it. That's going to be me for a couple of years. I just don't want to, worry about. Yeah, if it goes, let's just put it this way: if it goes down to $1 trillion market cap, it's over here. We'll be over here until it comes back because it will. Will it be a $3 trillion market cap again? Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. 90% chance that that's going to happen with all the patterns of the past. Let's look at 2013. Let's look at 2017. Then let's look at 2021. Then let's project what's going to happen in 2024, 2025 compared to that. And if we go with those answers, yes, it's going to be anywhere from a 3 trillion to about a $20 trillion market cap. And that doubles gold. Now, when you start to think of crypto doubling gold, that means people are starting to use Bitcoin as stores of wealth. Once it becomes a store of wealth, there will be a bottom value. I think that Bitcoin, yes, it could go below that because it's volatile, it's Bitcoin, but I think they're going to protect a level. Like right now, I think that level is somewhere around like 25,000. Because right now, if you think about it, Elon Musk is in the loss right now on his Bitcoin trade. $33,500 what Elon Musk purchased his Bitcoin for. He sold at a profit $250 million worth of his Bitcoin to see if he could. Well, now, if you look at right now, $25,991 is $7,500, $7,600 a piece less than what he bought it for. He's going to protect that. So I don't see Bitcoin going much lower than 25. Again, Michael Saylor, a lot of Bitcoin bought. His average price used to be right around $24,000. Have we gone below $24,000? He will borrow large amounts of money to buy more Bitcoin to make sure it doesn't go down. Okay, then Kathy Wood. Then we have, okay, let's put the institutional people aside for a minute, or the corporate people, and let's move to institutions. Okay, I might have said that all wrong. Let's just move from Michael Saylor and Elon Musk over to Grayscale, however you want to word that. Then you have Grayscale, which basically what they do is they trade a Bitcoin pegged item, basically. And they basically have some way to have a Bitcoin type stock that's pegged to the price of Bitcoin, but isn't Bitcoin. And there's just so much crazy, but they have a lot of money. That's the point. Besides what they do, I know I'm probably way off on all that because I didn't do my research on that yet, but or I have. It's just anyway. So you just have to think of it as, are these rich people going to let that happen? The ones that are heavily invested, that have a lot more money, that they could just be like, well, man, I'm not going to lose $2 billion. What would I need to do? Now, they're not going to just throw like 10 billion more in just to lose more, right? So these people are going to be thinking on, how do I preserve my money the best way possible without having to shove a bunch more money in it and lose more? Well, they're going to protect those levels. That's why I think 25,000 is so protected and why we didn't go down to 20K the first time. Now, we can still do that and wick down there to make them think that they don't care, but I guarantee they're sweating in their boots. They are, because they have a lot more than we do in this. And so I just don't think that a long term under a trillion is possible. I really think that we are just going to see value added to Bitcoin, added to crypto. I know that was a very long winded answer to that question, but it wasn't an easy question to answer. So thank you for that. Appreciate good questions. Okay. 20. I mean, there is a chance that Bitcoin could crash 20 more percent. Um, I don't want it to. There's no reason, like I said, with all these investors in it, unless they're in on pushing the market down. They could be the ones that help push the market down so they can buy more at cheaper prices. And they also know how to work the bull markets and the bear markets too. They have brains. Yeah, they're pretty smart too. So I'm gonna keep buying every paycheck until ICP hits my first buy at 16. And see, that's cool. Not everybody bought in at $750. You know, this guy bought in at 16, which still that sucks. I mean, you kind of lost half your, but that's just now. You know how many times I've been more than 50 to 75% down on a trade and I made bank? Those are the trades I've made most off of. I'm not gonna lie. Besides my lucky Bitcoin trade, you know, when I bought at 9,000. But I'm talking about like altcoins, those are definitely my best trades where I've lost money and I hold. I go through max pain. It was in a bull market. It wasn't a bear market hold, but still, you know, if I would have gave up and took my loss, I would have not only had a loss, but I would have missed out on one of the best, you know, gains I ever had. And that gave me the confidence to go to other more profitable trades as well. So it's kind of like a process. And if you lose, don't let it discourage you because even the best traders, they're lying to you if they tell you they haven't lost. We have all lost, you know, but it's just a matter of you need to win a lot more than you lose because it's crypto, it's volatile. We can't control it, but we can move our money in around in such a way and come together as a community. That's been the best thing. When we come as a community, if we all come and say, you know, even if it does happen, let's just say ICP is not going to go lower than $5. Let's get that mindset to the whole community. Yeah, it could go lower than that, but let's all just put that positive vibe out there. ICP won't go lower than $5. It won't go low. My Jedi mind trick. It will not go lower than $5. And that's like with a grain of salt, right? But you never know. You never know when positive thinking or what do they call it? Projecting can work. Cool. $5 below as per. You think that it will touch $5 as below from your TA? So I don't have any reason to believe, and I don't have a price target of that. I have no reason to believe that. I'd like to know what TA you're using because I don't see it. I really don't. All the indicators. I mean, we could get the RSI. I mean, every indicator is saying we're oversold. You know, undervalued and undersold, undervalued and undersold. You know, that's what I'm seeing in the technicals. Yeah, look at that. I mean, we're just so look at that 32, and that's on the daily. Let's look at the week. 22, 24. Yeah, 24.32. I mean, I just don't see where anybody gets anything lower than this. I mean, it's possible, right? But that's just because of Bitcoin. It has nothing to do with the technicals on here. I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong. Prove me wrong. I mean, or educate me. I mean, come on, man. I just think it's cool. But yeah. I have a huge bag looking to fill in one more huge order if it gets close to 510. Okay. Yeah, no, I like everything you're saying, G Kumar. Thank you. And if we disagree, that's good. That actually makes for better stuff because you can have your opinion and I can have mine. And I kind of agree with yours because I don't know like what the price is going to be. Like I'm not like, no, you're wrong. It can't go to $5. But I'm like, no, it can't go to $5. No, 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 it can't go to $5. See what I mean? It's more of like, no, we don't want it to go to $5. Then, and there's no technical saying that yes, this is our price target. Now, if we do a retracement, that could. I've been putting off doing the Fibonacci retracement, honestly, and I guess we can do that real quick. That would be one indicator that could possibly tell us where we could go lower. Okay, what's the lowest? 545, right? Yeah, see, we can't even do it from right here. Yeah, there's just no way to get that retracement because it says -$4. It's definitely not going -$4. But maybe if I zoom out a little bit, I can actually do that on a different scale. Let's try that. So, for oh, we want it to go all the way up here. Oh no, that even goes further. So actually, yeah, that's why I haven't done this, the Fibonacci retracement again, because we're just at like two. We've dropped too fast. It's saying that like we're gonna go negative. So my Fibonacci retracement when it was at a higher price was $4, and that's the one I'm gonna stick to. At absolute max pain, you guys asked me if it was absolute max pain and worst case scenario. I didn't even want to answer this, but you asked me, and I said $4. And like it did with the 5 is 68 today, it can kind of push it down a little bit, but $4, man, that there's just nothing below that. That's a good point. Switch to the daily. Oh, you're right. Was I doing that on the weekly? Oh my gosh, dude, I'm sorry. No wonder it was so low. Good looking out, G Kumar, man. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Good job, man. Good catch. Good catch. All right, let me see here. Now we got it on the daily. Cool. All right, now this might look a little bit better, hopefully. So let's just go from right here to even right here. Okay, and then we have the 1618. Oh, okay, there we go. See, this is better. 314. So that's absolute max pain, in my opinion, is like right around $4. I mean, it could push down a little bit further, but yeah, I mean, even the fib is going off of kind of where my bottom is. Now, if we keep going lower, I mean, that bottom can keep getting lower, right? So, yeah, I really hope that that doesn't happen, but we definitely 20 cents. Okay, yeah. So definitely it does look like about a $3 price target at like absolute max pain right now. Yeah, thank you. That was good. I didn't realize I was still on the week. So that's why I love my subscribers. They're freaking awesome. They catch the little things that I don't sometimes. So, well, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna wrap it up and kind of tell you my thoughts on everything. Um, None of us expected this bear market to come the way that it did, even though that's the way it happens every time. I find you need to listen to yourself way more than me or anybody else because if I never would have listened to any influencer, I would have known the market was going to end in February. That's what I knew before I had listened to any other influencer. I knew that we were going to end the market, and it happened in November, right? But we didn't really start seeing max, starting to feel pain until about January, February, or even March. And so sometimes just to go with your gut and what you know, if you believed in ICP in the beginning and you bought it at a higher price, that's because you saw something in it, either the project or something else that made you believe that it was a good value, even at that high level of price. Now, when people tell me they buy ICP at $750, that means that people in their minds at that time were saying, yes, Internet Computer is worth $750 a coin, and I believe in that. And when you buy it at 80 or 60 or 16, it's the same thing. You say, I believe in it at this price. And if it does go below, I still believe in it, and let's get it back up. Now, that's the thing where a lot of people leave as soon as they're like, okay, well, it's nothing. And I can see if there's more projects like pumping out there and Internet Computer was like the only one dumping in the whole market, then I could see leaving. But this is the point where all the market's dumping. Now is the time where millionaires are made, because where are you going to put your money? In a bear market. That's the thing. In a bull market, you could put in, okay, this is pumping. I'm going to put my money in that because it's pumping. And some people get lucky. But here's the bear market where you really have to look into the projects. That's why I have all these project videos for you out there for the Internet Computer ecosystem, the dApps, the, SocialFi, the decentralized social media. All of those things are showing the value, the Supernova hackathon and all of that. So I just, good night to you too. Nice stream. Thank you. When can you teach us the ICP open chat and live session? Can we expect? So that's not going to be in a live. I might do another live as well, but we're going to have an edited video where I show you how to use the open chat. But then I'll probably bring it in. We might do another live video where we, send some back and forth, or I just give you guys some. We'll see. Yeah. Especially when you help me, notice stuff like that. It makes me want to send you a tip over there. So I know you're over there. All right, guys, that being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good ICP. Bang!